Hi and welcome back to Leslie Crafts. Today is another card and tag. I'm doing a lot of these only because my craft room is still packed and I don't know what's going to happen. So this is the card. So this is the sketch I've used, and then I've sort of minified it onto the tag. So that's what we're doing, and again I'm using the kit from my looping one, so I'm getting lots of scraps and everything else now, so we'll see what we can do. So yeah, so I'm going to be starting off with a tag so I can get back like semi-drying before I put the tag on it. So these are you know, I quite like doing these because it's a little bit different if you're selling cards and stuff, is to have a tag that goes with your card as well. So yeah, so I just find it a little bit, 2 for 1. So yeah, so I think the hardest part for me when I was doing this yesterday was trying to work out what embellishment I wanted on it and stuff. So obviously all of this has to be flat because I've run out of dimensionals and stuff, and the box is packed and I don't want to unbox it just for dimensionals. So yeah, so you've got your 3 squares, 2 are the same size, 1 is slightly bigger, just like that, and then just build up what you want really. So sort of,
Hello.
Do that.
Sorry.
It's okay. Since just come in, didn't realise I was filming. So yeah. So yeah. So I have realised through looking for properties and talking to different councils and stuff, yeah, not going to happen. Even if I found a job full time, which I could do, health wise, the money still wouldn't be enough for me to have do the job and pay rent and everything else that goes with it. And trying to get a council house in my area, I presume like most areas at the moment, is very, very hard because of where just where I live. Whereabouts I live in Somerset. So it's like, yeah, you'd be lucky to have that, not. So yeah, so that is my little tag. So I've just laid it up with some little bookmarks, then a book, then Professor Lupin, and then just had loves and hugs on there. And then once it's dry, I will punch the top of the tag and finish that off. So hence we've got a bigger version. So if I had everything out, I would have embossed the back of this, so it just gives a little bit more texture to the card, everything else. So yeah, so I do that. So, for some reason this is not straight. So yeah, and then the bigger bit. So, and then I can just go down there. So this bit is the same size as your card blank. So yeah. Get all my glue off, and again I've got two smaller squares, and then I've got a slightly bigger square. So put one of the small squares on here. But again, you know, you can quite easily, if you want to do like a mass making of these, you know, you can do, you know, once you've worked out your sizing and stuff, it's quite easy to do the same squares and stuff. So, but no, so do that. And then we can build all this up. So I've just added a sentiment to one side which says hello friend. So do that. And then obviously if I had the little foam squares, dimensionals, whatever you want to call them, I would have popped this little fellow up, but I don't. So this is just going on a side thing, and then I've just stamped out or punched out a little butterfly, so I can just put that to one side on it. So again, you know, fairly easy card. I don't think it's majorly hard, but no. And again, all my gems are in storage, being boxed up and stuff, so once I find somewhere I can take it out and just put it all together and then put them in the bags and stuff. So I am keeping them with an envelope just so I know it's there. So hopefully this will be a little bit firmer so I can just put it through. So yeah, so still quite a bit of packing to do, everything else, but it's like, I want to craft as well. I can only do so much, so many emails and everything else. So trying to do that, and yeah. So yeah, so these are the two cards, and again I think they do go quite well with it. And I still think, even though I know there's issues around Harry Potter, but I still think that there's still plenty of people out there who quite like this style card and everything else, and you know, so yeah. So that is the card for today's tag and card. This is my lead chip bin. So yeah, so thank you for watching. I hope you are liking the series, and we'll see you again fairly soon. Okay, bye now.